What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name's Rock Soldier, and today we're going to be reacting to The Rain by Neffex, one of his latest singles off of the Legendary collection, right? Is that it? I think that's the name of it. All over the place. It's been a long day, but right now, man, we got some newer Neffex, man. I'm super excited to check out this track, guys. We're gonna hop right into this thing. Let's get it.
That's why we take drugs to escape. I feel the rain, it burns like pain. Alone again, where are my friends? I need to change things in my brain. That's why we take drugs to escape. The weather speaks to me, a different frequency. Gave you a piece of me, but you left so easily. I thought you needed me, you kept deceiving me. Think you mistreated me, what did you ever see in me? I'm in a better place, I'm in a sweater space. The mole's a warm embrace, taking me to better days. I work to make a change, I work through all the pain. Distractions keep me sane, I may never be the same. Let me feel for a minute.
Okay, yeah, I mean, so like this is completely different from almost any other Neffex that I've heard, in my opinion, right? Usually he's very uplifting and motivational, right? Not just in the beats, but usually, like, you know, always in the message almost, right? But this one, you know, seems to be like a little bit different. Like it almost like is trying to capture, you know, the other side of things, which, you know, it's basically like it feels like he's just like recognizing that, like, hey, this is a part of life, and that we do go through these things, right? We go through these, you know, like tough times. And it kind of seems like, you know, he was maybe talking about like a relationship, at least, especially in the beginning. You know, gave you a piece of me, but then you left so easily. Think you mistreated me, you know, so on and so forth. Which, you know, I'm sure we can all relate to, right? You know, I'm sure there's not too many people out there that have just gotten into their first relationship and have just been with that person forever. Now, I'm sure there are people out there that have. I'm just saying for the majority of us, that's probably not the case, right? But I really like the second part here, where he kind of uses like the metaphor of like a sweater, right? He's, I'm in a better place, I'm in a sweater space, and kind of embodies the comfort of being in like a hoodie and a sweater, right? Thumb holes, a warm embrace, right? Type thing. Yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool way of putting it, in my opinion, right? Sorry.
Never be the same. Let me feel for a minute. Wait, I don't like that, quit it. I'm a real big cynic, I don't really trust too much, I limit. But when I do, I'm committed. And when I do, man, I'm in it. I'm by your side till we winning. Ride or die, I'ma always stay with it. Got my mind tangled in knots, trying to hide from the painful thoughts. Crouching behind all the memories lost, the happy ones between the awful spots. I visualize a lie, protagonistic thoughts, antagonistic boss. I try to win, I try to see the plot. I feel.
Yeah, so I mean, basically saying, you know, he doesn't trust easily, right? Trust, you know, he doesn't just hand that out to anybody, right? It takes time to earn that. So when you do give that to somebody, and then they kind of just use it against you, or, you know, misuse it, really go behind your back, whatever they did, right? It's a big, you know, it's a big shot to the chest, so to speak. And it can definitely put you in that mindset where it makes it hard to open up to other people again. It makes it hard to trust, you know, other people, new people coming into your life, right? And you maybe even start to second guess some of the relationships that you currently have with friends or family, right? In that case, I would just go listen to other Neffex music, right? No, I'm just playing.
The happy ones bring the awful spots. I visualize a lie, protagonistic thoughts, antagonistic boss. I try to win, I try to see the plot. I feel the rain, it burns like pain. Alone again, where are my friends? I need to change things in my brain. That's why we take drugs to escape. But that don't change a fucking thing. I need some space, it's not a phase. These sleepy days, they keep me sane. I'll dream of rain that cause. It's so cold outside, why am I in this life? Why am I here alive? The only point survive, But if we all just die, then we all fail with time. No, that cannot be right. There must be more to life. I wanna make a difference, I wanna be consistent, I wanna be committed. That shit can be so addicting. I have some new convictions, I have some new conditions, I have some premonitions that this time things will be different.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's all just trying to keep that positive mindset, and, you know, especially during the tough times, you know, in this particular situation where someone, you know, that was close to you obviously abused your trust in some way, right? But yeah, I mean, I think that is like the big question, right? I mean, it's like, you know, there's so much more to life than just, you know, going through these tough times, right? So you just gotta try your best to keep that in the back of your mind. And another fair point he brought up, though, was he said, but you know, but that's why we take drugs to escape, which is like what he said in the chorus earlier. But then he said, I need some space. Oh, sorry, but that don't change a fucking thing. I need some space. It's not a phase, right? And you know, yeah, I definitely agree with that to an extent. I don't know about the phase part, because, you know, I do think if it's not a phase, then like, are you just living in that negative mindset extensively, like through the rest of your life? Like, I mean, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure that can be the case, right? But, you know, for me, you know, we got to continue to try to get out of that, which he does, you know, go into, right? You know, where he says, you know, I want to make a difference, right? He says, I want to be consistent, committed, have new convictions and conditions, right? And exactly like he said, you know, that shit, it can be addicting, right? Because when you do come out of that negative mind space and the negative mindset, and you like I talked about this before, and it's so hard to describe, but it's almost like when you come out of that, right? When you find something that takes you out of that mind space, you almost don't even realize that it did it. And then once you do realize, you're like, wow, this is fucking great. And it really does become like addicting, right? To make that difference, right?
That shit can be so addicting. I have some new convictions, I have some new conditions, I have some premonitions that this time things will be different. I wake up now to a morning filled with sun. I wake up now and I finally don't feel numb. I got something in my life I really want, and I feel like the change has just begun. Look at me now, oh look who I've become. I guess with time you can get what you want. I look back on the things that made me run. They made me who I am, the reason for all I've done.
That's what I'm talking about. See, so like he does a great job here in like embodying, you know, these emotions from all, you know, from these tough times and stuff. But here at the end, you know, he still does a good job of bringing it back to like his more usual motivational message, right? Like one day you will wake up and it will, quote unquote, be sunshine, right? I'm not talking literal, right? But like one day you will wake up and feel better. You will feel like you have a purpose and something to do that will really make a difference in not only your own life, but potentially other people's lives, depending on what that thing is, right? And it really is a great thing.
And get what you want. I look back on the things that made me run. They made me who I am, the reason for all I've done. I feel the rain, it burns like pain. Alone again, where are my friends? I need to change things in my brain. That's why we take drugs to escape, but that don't change a fucking thing. I need some space, it's not a phase. These sleepy days, they keep me sane. I'll dream of rain that cause no pain.
All right, so that was Neffex, The Rain, and I gotta say, overall, all around, this was a completely different song than what I'm used to hearing from Neffex, right? From message to beat and everything, right? Like it was definitely a little bit like sadder vibe, slower pace. There wasn't a beat drop, which he's been doing a lot on this collection actually. And then on top of that, we kind of got like a different message, which is still very relatable and meaningful in its own way, right? It's just a little different from what his normal jig is, right, so to speak. But I still enjoyed it, right, because it is still super relatable and it's still super honest and true, at least in everything I've experienced in my life so far, right? So, overall, man, I gotta say, I still enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys did as well. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that bell, know we're dropping the next one. And that's all I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Better tomorrow. See you guys in the next one. Alright, guys? Peace.